Get 'em.
Welcome, folks. Y'all come on in and make yourself at home. This here, well, this is the Rolling Thunder Podcast, your home for all things Rolling Thunder.
All right, well, welcome to another episode of the Rolling Thunder Podcast. I am joined by the Hen House, Maddie, Libby. Everybody say hi, Maddie.
Hi.
Which Maddie are you?
Halford.
Two D's?
D's. Two D's. Halford.
And then
Madison,
1 D.
Yes,
Maddie.
1 D.
Yep. And then Libby.
I'm Libby, yeah.
Y'all are real quiet now. Got any jokes to crack?
No, sir.
All right, well, so we refer to y'all as the Hen House around here. Y'all want to take a reason stab at why, or shall
Oh, we do a
I
lot of
come up with that
cackling.
Can
name?
we hear?
Okay.
Can we hear? Can we hear your take on it, and then we'll give our take.
Yeah, okay, so this is a big building, and there's a warehouse in the back, there's offices all in the front, and everybody's kind of got their little job, and there's like this one room sort of in the middle where everything gets stored to be before it's shipped out, and then it's packaged and it's shipped, and so it's where order fulfillment happens, customer service, and it just so happens that the three of y'all work there. And when I sit in my office right next door, which has zero soundproofing, I can hear everything, and it sounds a lot like a in-house. It's a lot of cackling.
Laughing.
It'll be a story, and then like that, exactly. And I've heard all the stories from, concert goings and comings to romantic relationships to whatever current affairs and the gossip around town is. I mean, you learn a lot sitting in my office.
Thanks.
We won't be talking from now on.
No more gossip.
Whatever, you'll forget.
Sign language.
I try not to pay attention
Thank
too
you.
much because it's
his sound. What are they called? The earpods. he
Yeah.
wears?
yeah,
Yeah,
noise
I do
canceling.
noise
Noise
cancellation
canceling. Yeah.
when I don't need to be distracted.
Any interesting music?
Generally, when I'm trying to focus, I listen to like some of the RUF praise music.
No.
kinda
Like
Indelible
you
Grace.
hear
Hen
our crazy
House
music?
music.
Any good?
Oh Lord, yeah. I mean, like I can I can know whether or not it's appropriate to walk into the room and ask a hard question, or like whether I need to just steer
mood.
clear. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and then y'all go through transitions of like Laney hour and Riley hour and Morgan, Morgan Mondays and and then
White girl jams.
yeah,
White
I was
girl
gonna say,
jams.
and then
That's the
here,
latest.
Here lately, we have two white girls from the same generation playing some
Early-
late
early
90s,
2000s.
early 2000s hip hop.
You never know.
It's amazing how many lyrics y'all know from those songs.
Yeah,
He hears
unfortunately.
everything.
Well, it's also kind of embarrassing how many of those lyrics I also
Yes.
know. So
Just puts
anyways.
everybody in a better mood.
Yeah, it puts y'all in a better mood.
Scares Spence a little bit.
No, I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, I mean, you guys do a great job. Y'all laugh at our customers a lot. You laugh at each other a lot. You laugh at the boys the most. And so it's there's an interesting dynamic around here because I've always referred to this place as like a grown-up fraternity house. We have single guys ranging from 24 to 45, pretty wide range of adults. And when we started all this, the only female that worked up here was Sarah White. I think she was the first, right?
And me. But she was the first,
yeah, but you were in, when we
I was still in school.
started
She
here,
was the
you were
first
sophomore
full-time
year.
employee that
Right.
worked here. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for a year or so, like while we were doing construction, it was rough. I mean, we didn't have a bathroom here. Everybody had to run back and forth to McDonald's in
We
town.
still
Oh,
don't
no.
have a
No,
bathroom
no,
here.
no, no,
Y'all
no,
have
no.
a
Yeah,
bathroom.
that's right. Y'all don't have a bathroom. And we're fighting small battles like put the seat down, replace the toilet paper, like little things, that toddlers should know, but that grown men seem to
Not no.
not know.
Don't put water
Oh.
in the empty soap bottle.
That too.
Oh yeah,
Just
that
get new
is-
soap. Just
yeah.
get new soap.
What about my favorite is when they pull the paper towels down and they pull little corners off the paper towels,
stays
and
in
so
the
there'll be
floor.
like a pile of little. It looks like it snowed.
It snowed
right
on the-
underneath paper towel thing.
Uh-huh.
That's one of my current favorite things.
Yeah.
But anyways, you guys have brought an interesting dynamic to the world of the fraternity house, and y'all have in a lot of ways y'all cleaned everybody's act up some. We're far from perfect, but you've softened some edges, and you guys have significantly helped how we respond to customers. And Libby, you really started that because after Sarah, which Sarah did a great job of shipping, and she was on top of getting orders out the door, but Sarah really didn't like to talk on the telephone. And she really didn't like it when somebody called and was irritated or had a concern. And so, and then we had a little bump in the road, if you will, in the customer service department before you dove in and took over, and you brought what I'm going to describe as sugar, honey, sweetheart, just a way
Big
of
guy.
big guy.
Big guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
I was
Um,
gonna let you say that.
yeah, thank you. I'm glad you did.
Oh,
but
Lord.
it's important because, like, if a grown, if a 50-year-old man calls up here and he's irritated about something, and he gets me, and I'm irritated about something, and then I hear the way he's talking, I'm just kind of like, hey, buddy, I don't need,
Big guy.
yeah, big guy, exactly. But you guys have softened that in a way that gives us the ability to really provide good customer service to our customers. And I've noticed just how much better we've done both getting orders out the door, but also solving the few shipping problems that we have and the few mistakes that we make from time to time. You guys have kind of streamlined that into a really organized mess. Y'all are not responsible for the mess, but
We can clean it up.
Yeah, we cleaned it up.
y'all are great at cleaning stuff up. You shouldn't have to clean up as much as you clean up, but anyways, that's the Hen House,
Yes,
right?
That's us.
And so let's talk for just a second before we go into the Hen House 2.0 thing that we just launched about what y'all do each day. Each of you you want to start, Maddie Halford?
Sure. So
What do you do here?
I'm a rep for Mississippi, a dealer rep. So typically I start out with emails in the morning, and then sometimes at my desk, sometimes in the Hen House. And then I transition to the Hen House and help package orders and answer the phone, and then go back to emails
Okay.
and help Pruitt with all the other dealers,
Okay.
and then fill in the gaps wherever
Right.
something needs picked up with.
Good. So you have in the last couple of years, you've done a bunch of different jobs and kind of know how to do a lot of different things, which makes it really helpful because sometimes there's more orders than we can ship in one day. Not right now, at the end of May, but it'll come back
Or
around.
it's coming, yeah.
Libby, what is your kind of calling card? What's the main thing you're responsible for?
I'd say fulfillment on things, web orders, dealer stuff, organizing each month's stuff currently, guns, lots of guns.
Lots.
That comes and goes in
Yes.
waves too, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it really does.
And it's a headache. If you
Yeah.
come buy a gun from us or do a transfer, you better be nice to these girls. Because the only reason they're doing these gun transfers is because I don't want to. So if you're mean to them, that means I got to get involved, which means I'm going to be mean to you. Be nice to these girls. But yeah, order
Yeah, but
fulfillment.
just customer things, yeah.
Yep, order
that's
fulfillment and
all
customer
that good
things.
stuff, yeah.
And you do a great job of that.
Well, thank you, Spence. Yeah, I love it.
Libby got her job here because Miss Lindy, who owns 49% of this company and proudly tells everybody that,
All the time, every day.
you and Lindy taught pre-K 3
Yes.
together,
Oh,
right?
yes, uh-huh.
And so when they transitioned you out to pasture from that job, as they were transitioning her out to pasture,
Yeah, bless
Lindy
it.
said, "You need to add this one."
Thank you
And
all.
you've
So
been
thankful.
you've been a huge asset.
Yeah, thank you.
So Maddie, you're brand new, basically.
Yes.
Talk about
A
what
few
you
months in.
what you've been doing.
Similar to what Maddie and Libby have been doing, order fulfillment. Mostly, my focus is going to be mostly on customer service. We have implemented a new customer service platform. So hopefully in the next coming months we'll be able to figure that out a little bit more with emails, phone calls, text messages, social media, all of it into one place, so it's easier to respond quickly and more accurately, I guess, in that. But yeah, I've really enjoyed working with Maddie and Libby. It is fun. I am not stressed, which is amazing.
Wow.
We're so thankful for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
But organizing is kind of my thing, so I do enjoy finding new ways to do things that would better help the day flow and just increase productivity with that as well. Finding deals. I love a good deal too. So
Yeah, she saves us a lot of money. all the
making
time.
find some cheaper options on things too.
Yeah.
So
Talk a little bit about Gorgeous,
Mhm.
because we're all kind of barely starting to benefit from it, and
yes.
it's been a painful, little bit mildly, not
Yeah.
as painful probably as a veterinary software.
No, not at all. So I came from the veterinary world, which is a totally different world, but Spence is fully aware of that one. Gorgeous is our new communication platform, and like I kind of mentioned, it is where everything dumps into emails, phone calls, text messages, eventually social media, and it kind of pulls up all of your customer information if you have an account with us. So it's got all of your past orders, it's got your phone number, your email, in any previous communications, like messages, emails that we had corresponded with in the past. So if I'm answering the phone, if Maddie's answering the phone, whoever, it's easy for someone just to pick right back up and kind of, you guys don't have to repeat yourself every time you call in if you've got a recurring issue or whatever it may be. So it's a
And
cool
you don't
platform.
have to sit and dig for
Right.
their account and where. I mean, if it recognizes the phone number from any of your previous orders, it pulls all that stuff together.
Yes.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Um,
So it'll be really cool once we can get it up and running. Thankfully, we're kind of implementing it during our slower time so that it doesn't cause too much disruption during the madness that's
Maybe we'll
about to
have it
come in a few
mastered by
months.
then.
But it'll be cool.
we're not fully utilizing it from a telephone standpoint to the level I think we could, but prior to Gorgeous, we didn't have voicemail. So if I was
Never
up
knew
here,
who we missed. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we never knew who we missed. That's right. During business hours,
Yeah.
for a while, we only had one line, and then we added a second line. So if we were on the phone with line one, when line two was ringing, yeah, it was just kind of beeping in your ear, and unless you could signal to somebody, hey, go get line two, like we missed that call, which ends up making a frustrated customer because they've called 3 or 4 times and it never goes to voicemail, and there's no way to call them back. But now this system not only gives us the option to have a voicemail, it keeps a record of who's called. So one of the things you guys have learned from our friends at Shin Gear is we can then go and call somebody back that called and didn't leave a message, and we can say, hey, we saw that you called, and people love that.
Get
Yes.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they don't even remember, though.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh, yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
they
They
weren't
forget
expecting
what
a
they called.
callback,
Right.
so
Yeah.
they just let it go.
So that's been you guys, I will say I'm very impressed at how well y'all work. In my previous life in veterinary medicine, at one point we had 52 employees, 46 of which were women, and women don't typically get along. Women typically fight amongst each other. And when we hired Libby, I was not worried, but I was concerned about the mix of everybody. I always am concerned about team dynamics. But then when we added Madi Thomas into the mix, I'm like, okay, now we have 3 women who are here all the time, and that's going to be like men versus women, and then women versus women. Like, is this going to work? And we don't live in a world where everybody's got their little cubicle in their little office, so it's like nobody's got a spot to sit down. You got counters at the tuning room, you got a counter or a workbench in the engraving room and in the leather room, and then y'all just kind of stand up all day. Like, it's probably the only job where you stand up all day. But my point is, y'all have made that work so well, and it's elevated the quality of our customer service, and it's also elevated the efficiency of the guys, because y'all are able to gently kind of hold their feet to the fire in a way that if I crack the whip and bust their chops, they don't respond to as well. So that's been really enjoyable to watch, and I think it's been great for our business. All right, so changing gears, y'all put out a reel the other day. Congratulations, your first big debut. While Maddie and I were turkey hunting about the Hen House. We have a page on the website that is the Hen House. Somebody break down the Hen House landing page.
Well, it's just stuff that we found that we weren't selling anymore, or we had an abundance of it that we just marked down, tremendously, really, to try to get rid of it quick.
It's in our way, honestly.
Yeah, right, truly. We got new stuff that we need,
Yep.
So it's just to move out the old to get ready for the new. It's a bunch of cool apparel for
Yeah.
right now, but
A lot
as
of
we
kids'
find
apparel,
stuff, it's
some adult
kids and
apparel.
women's, some cool tank tops, for women this time of year.
Bless her heart. Lindy's still mad about those. They were a great idea. I didn't market them at all.
Go get your tank tops.
Yeah,
Yes.
$10, is it 10?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep, 10.
right.
But as time goes by, you try something. If it doesn't work, you adapt and learn and change. And one of the things that I tried that I didn't feel like worked very well was when we first opened this place, we had a storefront where it was kind of like you come in and shop for sporting goods store, like a sporting goods store. Well, guess what? None of us have time to stock a sporting goods store.
It takes
I
way
have
too
a
much time.
full-time job managing 14 employees and making sure that we have new duck calls coming out. And I can't be looking for the next box of ammo. I mean, there's just not enough profit to make that worthwhile in our world. It works in some worlds. So as we've kind of downsized from our storefront and we've focused on live at the shop and sort of our community events, we have all these T-shirts and you even got some earplugs and pistol holsters and things that we haven't in the past sold online. We've sold them in the storefront, but because there's not just a tremendous amount of foot traffic in our world here in a rural town, this is kind of a cool way for y'all to share some of that with other.
And keep it changing, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll add stuff,
As we find it, or as you let us put things on there. I've tried a few things.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we need to add a few more things, and we need to keep that dynamic, and that's always a challenge. But our biggest challenge right now is space, and we have some new products that we're building and some new products that we have manufactured that are headed this way, and we don't have enough warehouse space. We're building racks right now. The boys are. For a bunch of different things that we're going to launch in June, and I'm just holding my breath that we get the warehouse racking before the
We got a
products
few.
show up.
We got a few in the Hen House available.
Yeah. We can build one.
We
can't
just
we?
rearranged.
Yeah, Libby and I, we got
They
it.
did.
Yeah.
They rearranged.
So check out the Hen House. Good deals on the Hen House. And I think I hope this is not terribly inappropriate to say, but when I first mentioned to y'all, maybe we should do a clearance kind of a area of the website, y'all responded and said, "What do you think we're cheap?" and I don't
To give us something labeled is kind of that's okay.
I understand why you would take it that
It's
way.
okay.
But
Right.
where I was trying to direct this to a compliment, which is that I know growing up, my mother was really conscious with my dad's money that he earned, and I mean it was hers too, but she really took a lot of pride in trying to make sure she found good deals and took care of her kids. And I see Lindy do the same thing, and I see y'all do that with your children. And so, these are not clearance items because they're, chartreuse and don't match. These are just literally things that we want to share with people at a great price because we don't want to throw them away or donate them to, Goodwill. They're good products. Kids are. I love seeing the kids
Oh, me
at
too.
school at Fayette
Oh, yeah,
Academy
that's cool.
wearing
All
the
the
stuff
time.
that they
Everywhere.
got, and somehow we've indirectly become the elementary school fashion
Yep.
statement.
Yes. You're only cool if you're wearing Rolling Thunder.
in
Yeah.
our
It's
small
so
town.
crazy.
So, anyways, I just wanted to say y'all are not cheap. You're
We just love good deals.
you're frugal and you
Yeah.
like good deals.
Yeah.
You care about your family, and so that's the Hen House.
Good. Yep,
What else are we
that's it.
missing? Tell me a good Hen House story.
Oh God. I don't know. We have started, and we're gonna try to maintain it. Turkey tips or hunting
Oh,
tips
yes.
from the Hen House. Yes. So
Tell me a few of these turkey tips.
off the top of my head.
Oh man.
What's
My
the one
favorite
about?
one got missed when
Oh,
Jacob
in the
made the
video.
TikTok video.
There's one about it's
Call
about
it like you mean it. The turkey's
Yeah.
probably not going to come
Yeah.
anyway or
I
something.
think it's call
Yeah.
louder.
Call
Call
louder.
louder.
Something. Yeah. Okay.
and then there's one about wearing is it wearing camo
Yeah.
Mhm.
or and then sitting still long enough.
Yeah. I forget.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll have to
They're
go read
kind of
'em.
just witty.
My favorite
little
one is
tips,
call
but-
louder. The turkey's probably not coming anyways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
'Cause
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That was a stab at the guys that hadn't got their turkey,
Turkey yet.
We were
Yeah.
really trying
Yeah.
to help with some
Yeah, morale.
Yes,
they didn't
morale
take
was
it.
pretty down.
Speaking of that, the first 2 weeks
shrink
of
wrap.
Tennessee.
We could have shrink wrapped it. That's something.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
before we go into heat shrink, hold on just a second because we're going there. But talk a little bit about y'all's perspective on the morale around here.
Oh.
I feel like the morale is much higher during duck season than it is during turkey season.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
But I don't know. I feel like it's been way more fun them coming in and out quicker turkey. You
Yeah.
know, hunting.
Yeah.
There's more
yeah.
morning
Hearing the
hunting and then
story,
come to
yeah.
work. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
or bad.
Good or bad.
and then getting to poke.
It's a lot much more action happening during turkey season
There is.
here than
That's
duck
right.
season.
And people are
We get to
bringing
hear
Way
turkeys
about
more
out.
it.
competitive, it
Yeah.
seems. Or at
Yeah.
least we get to hear it because y'all come back here versus to your.
I
you
feel
know.
like we've learned that there's drama.
Oh, yeah.
Like
man
always.
drama.
Man
the
drama.
Hen
like
House
we get
does
to
not have
watch.
drama.
No,
Yeah.
there's no drama. But
There's
we get to watch
always
the
duck
drama though.
in the
But we're
winter.
not involved in
And
it.
there's not much turkey drama. There's just, I think when people don't kill a turkey, like when one guy's killed 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or however many, somebody's killed.
And then you
There's
miss a
that one or
turkey.
two that didn't.
or don't, yeah, right. You miss one, or you make a mistake, or
Or even just a bad morning hunt, then they're not happy at work, and it's just
they're
not.
grumpy.
Yeah,
We need to bring some energy drinks.
some happy stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not listening right. I mean, not every Indian in the tribe went out and killed stuff. Some of them had to pick up the nuts and berries and
Nuts and
That's a good
berries.
analogy.
be gatherers. They don't like hearing that either.
I
when
bet.
their feelings are hurt.
Who wants to
Not
be that
everyone
guy?
is a hunter, guys.
Not everyone is honor.
So you brought up heat shrink.
Yeah.
Let's go into that for just a minute. What do y'all heat
gosh.
shrink?
Yeah, everything.
Literally.
Well, it's,
It's-
the ammo, the turkey shot that we've been, this year.
We had some dealers not mad, but concerned because the boxes were not getting, the ammo boxes were getting damaged in shipping.
Mhm.
So we had to figure out how to fix that, and we've tried to heat shrink leather before.
Yep.
It didn't work, so we just have all this random heat shrink
Right.
laying around. So we came.
So for those listening who are probably not as intelligent as you three ladies, the people that are like me, heat shrink is like a roll of plastic, clear plastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Measure it, cut it. Just
Yeah, we have,
right.
to, we have to measure and
Get
cut it
right.
My bad.
perfectly.
Measure it. And
Three
cut it.
squares. 3 squares. 3 squares.
And then, like, you put the ammo box in there,
it's like a sleeve, and you fit it in the
Okay.
sleeve. Then you take a blow
blow
dryer
dryer,
looking
yeah.
thing, and you heat
like
it
a
up.
heat gun,
Mhm.
It's yeah.
and then it shrinks and makes it tight and
Yep.
all around.
And it hardens.
Yeah.
If you put the blow dryer too close, it makes a hole, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And y'all are heat shrinking experts.
Yes.
Experts.
So much so that nothing is safe.
Nothing.
Spence's
Everything.
wallet,
Yeah. Yeah.
his
So
computer mouse.
correct.
Jake's keyboard.
Everything. Jake's
Y'all-
everything.
Did you not hear about that?
No, y'all got
Oh.
Jacob's.
Oh, it was
He
so bad.
It was one of the days he left early.
He wouldn't speak to us afterwards.
So we went in there. We got his keyboard and his mouse.
The eraser for his.
Oh yeah, his
expo
mouse
board.
is like a big Apple mouse pad. So
Right.
we did the whole pad.
Yeah.
His eraser on his
His
whiteboard
vape.
stayed. Yeah, his vape.
Oh
It was
my
perfect
gosh.
on his vape. His pen. What else? There was something else.
I
I don't know.
But
we
his
don't want to give all of
but
them
he
away
didn't
because I don't
notice
know that
his
he's
We
found
eraser
rid of
everything.
for, like-
stuff so he wouldn't find it all at
Yeah.
one time. So it's like he went in and he found the keyboard. Oh, strike one, and then it was like later on he's gonna pull out and get a pen. That's his favorite pen. It's shrink.
His
wrap, too.
chapstick.
Like
We did his chapstick.
This
Yeah.
is exactly what y'all did to me.
Yeah.
I, mean,
Yes.
I sat
Uh-huh.
down and I can't remember what I found first. I guess it was my
The mouse.
mouse.
It was
Reached
not your
over to-
wallet.
Definitely not
Reached
the
over to
wall.
grab my mouse and it's like it looks like it's brand new in the package. It's got a little seam on the bottom of it. I'm like, what the heck? And
I
then-
guess-
got Russ's AirPods.
Uh-huh,
And bless his heart, Brady walked in and was like, "Dang, you got new AirPods because they were wrapped so nice. They were new." Yeah.
Well, some of that heat shrink is thicker than others, and
Yeah.
whatever y'all had on the mouse, I mean, I had to go get a knife to
Cut
pry
it?
it off of there. Like it did not. wanna
What
come
took you
off.
the longest to notice?
My wallet.
It was sitting right in front of you too,
Yeah,
all day.
2 days.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, it was 2 days. I mean, but whenever I grabbed it to go to lunch, I was like, what? Come on. What'd y'all
did-
get of Drake? Was it his scissors or his?
Oh.
It
or
didn't
his-
phase them at
His-
all.
Oh yeah, it did. It was that measuring thing that's like a digital measurer.
Oh, the
Yeah.
micrometer.
You okay?
Yeah,
That
mhm.
thing.
You
We got-
okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. It was. So those are
Riley's,
Cool. His AirPods.
AirPods, yeah.
But
and-
it was like we did them
Oh,
on days they weren't here. So I
yeah.
think we did Drake when Riley wasn't here, and then
Yeah.
I love the fact that they didn't react. Like they just,
No.
act like it didn't bother them.
Lanier. We got Lanier really good, and he didn't
But
react
he blames
either.
Cade.
Yeah, he
Bless
blamed
his
Bucky
heart. He blamed
Aw.
Cade,
because he
yeah.
has a heat gun in his room, and I think he just thought that
Yeah.
Bucky did it to make
Mhm.
fun of him.
The only one that cared was Jake.
Only one that cared.
I
We
walked
have
out that morning after he found his stuff, and I was like, "Morning, Jake." He just looked at me, and I walked back, and I was like, "Y'all, he's found it. He's found it. He's not."
we haven't got Robbie yet.
Oh, no, because he was here.
He was here.
I did
He's
try
the
to
only one-
blame it on Robbie, though.
Yeah,
Because I was like, I mean, who was in your office, Jake?
What of Robbie could we get that would get him good?
His lens. His camera lens.
Yeah. Just make sure it's one of his lenses, not one of mine.
Okay. Maybe his SIM
Does
cards,
he have any
his memory
microphone,
cards.
any microphone batteries or anything?
He does have some. Yeah, there's some batteries, battery chargers.
I'm going to shrink wrap somebody's car key.
Yes.
I'm going to use it.
The best idea we had though was to start shrink wrapping stuff and then mail it to y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all got it on your doorstep.
So
and
that
it
you
was your
lost
own.
it. And oh my gosh.
We haven't done that yet,
House.
though.
We could ship
That's
you
great.
your shrink
Yes.
wrapped items.
Yes.
That,
They just show up.
Yeah.
I will pay for the shipping.
Yeah,
I
we
would
thought that.
totally
We were like,
pay
you know
for the
what?
shipping
We'll
on that.
cover
Not
it.
on your
Frugal
dime,
again,
Spence.
yeah.
what are y'all saying? I would overreact about something like that? Come on.
Never.
That's a good idea. Taking something from somebody. Can we not do me since?
Since you know about
Yeah.
it.
Because I've had this. Lindy and I have been married 21 years. Next week.
Aw.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? She deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. I swear every time I go out of town, she finds something on my side of the room or in my side of the closet that's like really important to me, and she hides
She's
it.
told me.
So that
But she
she's
doesn't.
never confessed
Turn
it.
the or turn your hangers around or something.
She
It
does
was
something.
Yeah.
It's like and I can see. It's like she's mad that I'm not there. She just does something. It's like
She just-
I
it's-
feel better if I'm.
It's
you know.
playful. Yeah.
My point is, if I lost my wallet up here and it showed up 3 days later, shrink wrapped, that would really stress me out. But that would be a hilarious prank. You
We
should
got-
make sure it's not things that are so valuable. that-
Yeah, we know how the post office and
Exactly,
USPS
that gets
works.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't do Drake's scissors that are Mr. Butch's scissors.
That was one of the things
The
we did.
blue
It was
ones?
some tiny scissors.
No,
It was tiny scissors.
They were, yeah.
the Mr. Butch scissors are
Those are
just-
the
they're all
those were
metal.
Lanier's tiny
Wait, as
scissors
As
that
long
we
as
did.
know.
That
Those were
was-
Lanier's tiny scissors.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
really proud of Lanier's room. We like grabbed little things and hid them back in like
A
in
ruler.
places that he
Yeah.
wouldn't notice right off the bat, and he'd go to grab.
See,
You know.
that's so cruel though, because
But they
Lanier's
weren't
like
here.
the most organized OCD guy
We put
ever.
it right back where it goes.
Okay.
It was
As long
right-
as you
Just
don't
right back.
reorganize
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
I couldn't. I would not do that to him.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right. We'll wrap up, but give me your favorite Hen House deal right now. What's your favorite item that's on the Hen House people need to check out?
I'm gonna say the kids' shirts. That's the best. They're $8.
Yeah.
A bunch.
Most of
different
them are 8,
options
some of
and
them are 10.
colors. So yeah, all the kids' tees would be
Okay.
my favorite.
Maddie?
I like the random odds and ends. Most of them are kids, but there's stuff that it wasn't on the website to begin with that we just kind of found in the warehouse that
Right, that's
it's like, hey, let's clear this out. And
Yeah.
there's a lot less numbers of those, so they're going to clear out faster. So
Speaking of that, before you say your favorite, we have like 3 tubs in the back of very lightly scratch and dented
yes.
items.
Right.
So if you're
Oh.
listening to this and you hear this podcast and you want to go through those tubs, they're
Come
like
up
display
here.
items. I will give them away to you.
Yeah.
They were things that we've displayed or things that like we had a price tag on, you pull the sticker off, and so there's a little faded
stickiness.
Yeah,
spot,
little
or a
stuff.
sticky spot. Like there's nothing wrong with them,
Right.
But
Stuff we couldn't sell
if you
at
want
full
to go
price.
through that, we'll give them to you for free. Just say, hey, I listened to the Hen House podcast.
What did y'all do that one time where if you listened to it, Colin, Cheryl, and Copeland came up here and took the picture with Girk's picture on the wall?
Oh yeah,
Remember
we
that?
gave them
Without
something.
warning us.
Oh yeah, without warning us.
First of all, yeah.
can't remember what we gave them,
It
but
was a cap. We gave him
was
a
it a
free
hat?
cap.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'd forgotten.
But that was
called
because of the
Copa.
podcast.
That's right.
If you heard it on, and they were the only ones that heard it on the podcast and came
That's
up
right.
here.
Girk's coming, by the way. He's bringing a whole team to the golf scramble.
Yes. we
He's
saw.
very excited.
He named
gonna
them
be
really cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
gonna
what's
be
your
fun.
favorite Hen House item before we wrap up?
I don't really know what all's on the Hen House sale because I wasn't here, but probably the tank tops.
Okay, tank tops. There you go. Well, good.
I need to go look through it all now. Y'all got to show me what's on it.
All right. What are y'all doing today since it's ridiculously slow?
Inventory.
Oh, that's
The county.
But we've gotten
The
the
shipping room's
entire
almost-
shipping room
yeah,
done. Yeah.
A few
So-
miles left.
Yep.
Warehouse is next.
So those numbers will be accurate.
I love it. Y'all are amazing. I'm pretty sure y'all are going to shrink wrap my whole office one day and like move it across the street. So it's like,
Gift
hey, you work
wrap.
over here now. We changed the key to the front door. Just keep paying the taxes and
Hey, lights. Keep our lights and internet on, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank y'all for all your contributions to this brand, each and every one of you in your own way. Y'all do a great job, and y'all are great moms.
Thank you.
You're not a mom yet. Thank the Lord. Not quite ready to be a granddad.
What would your
Um,
name be?
That's
We've
good.
talked about it.
That's currently a.
Mom has hers picked out already.
Of course she does. That's
She
so
wants me to be
sweet.
called Mallard, which I'm like,
What?
isn't that weird?
Absolutely
Mallard
not.
I know. I'm like,
Well, hers is Lulu.
That's cute though.
Leah's already been calling her that. It's kind
Mal.
of hilarious.
You could short it
Mal?
to Mal. Mal.
No,
don't know.
no.
I
So,
don't know. I just want to be called like Papa or Pawpaw.
Pawpaw.
Or,
no, that's just.
And yeah, exactly. And that's what Maddie and Lindy and Katie are like. "Ew."
We're going to
whatever.
come up with something really good. So if you have any suggestions, let us know.
Okay.
This
yeah,
needs to be a
respond
thing.
to the podcast.
Yeah, respond to the podcast. Grandpa names for Spence.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
hopefully.
now it's going to start
Hopefully we
some
don't
rumors
need
here.
a grandpa
A long
name.
time, yes,
No
but this needs to be an ongoing, so that by the time we do have kids, this can be
Hope
decided.
this is not foreshadowing.
We should stop now.
Yeah. On that note,
Back
hey,
to work.
let's all go back to work. Thank y'all for listening to another episode of the Rolling Thunder podcast. This has been the Hen House. You better be nice to them when you call, or you're going to have to deal with me. See y'all later.
Join the team that is making a real difference. Ducks Unlimited is powered by people like you. With your help, we can continue to raise funds that drive wetlands conservation across the continent. Whether you are out selling event tickets, securing donations, or finding that next sponsor, we have a role for everyone. Sign up today to join your local DU chapter at ducks.org/volunteer or attend your local DU event. Ducks Unlimited, conservation for a continent.